Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel, coming back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey, folks, I'm playing a video series of videos I've been doing for a while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm only doing this one because I did another one before it. But we'll get into that. Yes, indeed, it's a super simple format. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out something food and or drink related. I'm going to, typically if it's in some sort of container, I'm going to, take in the insides of the container. I'm not typically going to eat or drink the container itself, unless it's like a nacho hat or, something where it's like reasonably edible. Because that just, I don't need to like poop out plastic or anything. But that's just me. Maybe you do. I wouldn't recommend it. But anyway, I'm inside the truck today, wearing grody work clothes. Typically when those two things coincide, that means that I was on my way home from work and I found some shit to review. That's definitely the case today. Or rather, in this case, I went out for lunch on my work break and found this at a gas station. What is the thing? Why am I doing it? What did I do before? Well, folks, I just got through doing a review for Boom Mountain Dew Summer Freeze. And so, I must now, by law of the review, do Boom! It is Mountain Dew Summer Freeze, 0 sugars, with a blast of summer Americana, and apparently no sugar. Let's try to, can we make the thing? It's kind of dark in here. Sure! Anyway, yeah. If you're not familiar, this is a brand new thing. It's supposed to be Rocket Pop flavor, so it's got the cherry, the lemon and or lime, and the blue raspberry. When it comes to the lemon and or lime, okay, I always say that because I was always under the impression that it was lemon, but then I had somebody go over there and talk down to me and say that no, it's lime, and I looked it up and it seemed to be lime, and I was like, okay, fair enough, you got me. But then I went over there and I found a thing where it went over there and said it was lemon. So I don't know what to believe. But this is their new Summer Dew. I'm guessing it's going to be taking the place of like the Dew SA or the Liberty Brew that they typically bring out around this time. It's not particularly summery at the time that I'm doing this. Hence the coat. But we are at almost the end of April. It's just, unseasonably cold, which is fine with me. I'm okay with it. I had heard that this one was going to be a thing, so I've been waiting for it. Finally found it at a gas station. Let's give it a go, folks. All right, let's see the 0 sugar version. It smells about the same. No. I don't like that at all. Okay. Okay, so, alright. I've done a lot of 0 sugar stuff on this show. I'm okay with the 0 sugar stuff, to a point. I mean, I think it's, it can be a good thing. It uses, sucralose, by the way, as its sugar additive. It can be fine, and I do think that we've gotten a lot better when it comes to the 0 sugar stuff of like hiding the 0 sugar flavor and making it taste more authentic, more true to, what it's trying to emulate. But we're still hit or miss with it. This is more miss than hit. It's not the worst 0 sugar thing I've ever tasted. That's for damn sure. But you can taste the 0 sugar aspect, and it's pretty evident right from the start. Usually 0 sugar stuff, if you do taste it, it's more of like an after effect kind of thing. With this, it's right from the start. It's not the most prominent 0 sugar taste I've ever tasted in something. Like, once like the sort of berry kind of fruity aspect of the drink comes into play, it does kind of, take that away. But the problem is that you can tell that the 0 sugar it's limiting the actual flavors that you're supposed to be tasting, especially since I just got through doing this one, so I know how flavorful this is. I know what it's supposed to taste like. This really feels like a significantly weaker version. Yeah. Yeah. If I would give this any credit, I would say that if it has one thing kind of going for it. So like I said, the flavors are supposed to be blue raspberry, lemon and or lime and cherry. With this one, I mostly just got like the berry and the cherry. And I mentioned that I wasn't really getting a lot in the way of like a lime or anything like that. With this, I feel like I can taste the lime more. It's still mostly kind of a berry kind of thing, like the cherry in this just is not there. It's just replaced by the zero sugar taste. But I do feel like I can taste the lime a little bit more. Like it definitely has more of a citrusy hit. I would argue the point that this, I think, actually has more of a bite to it than this one does. It has more of a tang to it. Whether that's from like the blue raspberry flavor or just the lime flavor, what have you, but it does feel like it has a little bit more of a bite, and I think that's what they were trying to do with it. I think they were trying to kind of mask that zero sugar flavor by giving it that extra bite. I wouldn't say that it really worked fully. It's still there and it's still noticeable. It's definitely a thing, like, I wouldn't... If you were to give this to me and not tell me it was zero sugar, I would know it's not zero sugar. Or I would know that it is zero sugar, I'm sorry. So, you know, while they did a reasonably admirable job of trying to mitigate it, it's still a bit too prominent for my liking. And at the end of the day, even though they did hide it to a certain extent, you can't hide the fact that the flavor is just lacking. It's just not, it doesn't have the same depth of flavor that this does. Even though, ironically, it does kind of allow one of the flavors to, you know, be a little bit more prominent than in the other one. It's not bad, but yeah, it's not my jam. I think that I mentioned this when Pepsi did their new zero sugar one, the 2023 version. I think in like maybe 5-10 years, we'll get to a point where sodas, like zero sugar sodas, will be essentially 1-to-1 with their sugar counterpart. Because like clearly they're putting a lot of time and effort into this. Excuse me. Oh, that went right up my nose. I think we're going to get there. I think Coke will be the last one to get there, though, ironically, because Coke, their stuff tends to be the worst. But the problem is we're not there yet. And I think it's great that they have zero sugar options for people who want it, but as just a flavor thing, I don't think it's there. But 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? No, and kinda. For myself, I just no. If I'm gonna do something with like, you know, less sugar, zero sugar or something, I have other things that I would go to before I would go to this. Even by Mountain Dew standards, there's other things I would probably go to instead of this. Not that I hate it or anything, but it's not really something I need to revisit. But for other people, if you are somebody who you're just a big Mountain Dew fan and, you know, you want the zero sugar aspect of things, it's not horrible. If you're already used to like the zero sugar kind of thing, then it's probably perfectly fine. For me, since I'm not that guy, it's like, you know. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here, folks. Have yourself a great rest of your day. Spectacular rest of the week. Monumental rest of the month. Stupendous rest of your year. Folks, you can go over there and have yourselves a truly zero sugar tastic rest of your life. I mean, if that's the lifestyle that you're about. Mind you, I would bring up a certain level of potential hypocrisy in zero sugar Mountain Dew, because it's like, oh, you know, it's like it's zero sugar. It's, you know, a little bit better for you. It's still Mountain Dew. This shit was still dug up from a fucking, ancient portal where they go over there and just pick up a chalice and go over there and pour it into the thing, turn into a chimeric, construct, and then slay it, and then whatever color the blood is, that's the new flavor of dew that you get every year. But anyway, final two things. Number one, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not as possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but we can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to do. Trust me, I know it's not. Okay, I'm going to go over there. I'm getting off work, so I'm happy. I'm in a good mood. I'm going to go inside, and I get to go see what my cat destroyed while I was gone. Now, it might be nothing. Sometimes it's nothing. But other times, he's like, guess what I did? And I'm like, what? He's like, I got into your crackers. Fuck you. They're all over the ground. And it's like, okay. And that makes me want to be an asshole. But I love my cat. He's a silly little cat. He's just doing silly little cat stuff, Got to get better about things, but, we're working on it. But it's important when you find yourselves in stressful situations or frustrating stuff. Take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in your life, hopefully do better for yourself and for those around you. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there, maybe you're going to try yourself out some Mountain Dew Summer Freeze Zero Sugar. You're going to be like, okay, it's pretty good. I can kind of go with this. It's, I like zero sugar stuff. That Brandon guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. To be fair, I never said I did. For all y'all know, I have like 3 working taste buds left. And I'm just making shit up. That's entirely maybe I'm just really good at lying about the things that I taste. I'm pretty good at coming up with descriptive stuff, so, I'm not, but, I could be. Don't trust people on the internet, folks. That's if you learn nothing from my show. Don't trust people on the internet. Or conversely, you probably shouldn't trust everybody on the internet, but I'm a pretty chill guy. I'm trying to steer you the right way when it comes to food reviews and stuff. You might not agree, but, I'm going to keep it. If nothing else, I post concert videos on this channel too, so go watch those. Bye.